Hi, Pep.
Hi.
You said you've got a few players missing because of the bubble. How does that affect your plans going into this Leicester game? Have you got a full squad to choose from, or can you go through your tactics and things?
I think it happened all the clubs. So I don't know if Brendan had all the players, but the players came from Spain or came from England. It could attest, but the Spain and another one's Alex Zinchenko, for example, from Ukraine, could not come here because the test still we didn't have negative. So we come today. So this season was every day like this. So you prepare training ideas 2 days ago, or right the day of the game, you have to change it. So because you have to adapt day by day, how many players are available to training, how you have to do. So that's why today we are here. We have an idea. When the players come, we're going to test them, say I'm tired, I'm good, I'm no injuries, I positive, negative, and after we're going to organize a training session for tomorrow.
And just on that, John Stones he played 3 games for England. Is he someone that you have to be careful with because of he's had a bit of a history of muscle injuries and things like that?
Well, I was in the past last season. Now this season is perfect. So if if I feel I have to, to use him, I'm going to use him. So I'm pretty sure he's ready. He's ready for tomorrow. And I'm so glad that he played three games in a high level.
Thank you.
Jack at the Mail, please.
Hiya, Pep. Can I ask about John again? He got criticised for his mistake in midweek. And maybe last season or the season before, if he'd made a mistake like that, he might have agonised over it in his mind for a while. It doesn't seem like he'd do that this year. Can you just talk about the difference in his kind of mentality?
I didn't speak with him after the game. It's a good question. What he thought about what would happen because it's football. But he made the winning goal. He was there. So, and you are not there and you not jam with this aggressiveness that he has shown. If his mind was not in the right position, but I didn't speak with him. But I'm pretty sure the body language was good after what happened.
And can you just ask a quick one on the strikers? I mean, you do want a striker for next year. It's just a case of the money being kind of asked by the clubs.
It's not what I want. So I understand completely the situation of the club and all the clubs. So there is not club like maybe a few, I don't know. And we are not going to do any specific or any like a special thing like the club cannot do it. So in that moment, if you ask me honestly, I'm honest here. If you ask me what's going to happen, this is not going to happen. So we are not going to. But the market and everything in the clubs, and so I don't know because all the clubs are struggling a lot, and we are not an exception.
Paul Hurst at the Times, please.
Hi, Pep. Just following on from that, would that be okay for you if a striker didn't?
Yeah. Always have been okay with the team. Even the first season when we didn't win, I have an incredible team, but with 10, 11 players more than 30 years old, and I never complain with a club. So I'm so lucky to have the players, and my duty is the players that the club provide me, and I give the best for them, for the team, for the club. And I understand the club. When the club tell me we can do it, okay, we try it. When the club tell me we cannot do it, we are not going to do it. So the most important thing is the sustainable the club for the next 5 years, 10 years. Thanks for that. So because my opinion, we never spend one player big figures. We have a lot of money with many players, but not incredible figures. So, and I think this is what to continue to do in the next years because everything is so difficult right now. And when I hear and listen that we are going to buy 4 strikers with this amount of prices and every club demanding, that is not going to happen. It's impossible. So, and when that happens, we're going to stay with the players that we have.
And just coming back to Sergio again, obviously you've a very experienced manager, but was that one of the toughest kind of conversations you've had with a player as a manager to for what he means at this club and, what he's done under your management as well?
Well, of course, it's difficult. I was so difficult with Joe Hart when I arrived. It was the difficult one I had as a football player to take a decision, but Joe didn't deserve it. How important it was, I had to take a decision. So the people believe that the manager is about the 3-4-3 or 4 in the back or 5 in the back. So we have to take a decision, and that's why it was not easy, but it was not hard. It was. I want to have with all the players, especially with Sergio, good relation, and I tried. I was on it with. We decide is the best for the future for this club. That is simple, but like we spoke, still we have 2 months, and since then the 2 training sessions after he knew it, he trained incredibly well, and it's going to help us. I'm pretty sure until the end of the season.
Mike McGrath, please.
Hi, Pep. Given that Haaland's agents was flying to meet teams in Spain, and you're saying that it's unlikely you'll sign a striker, do you accept that Haaland won't be at City next season?
Mike, you understand I'm not going to talk about any names about another player in other clubs. So you understand it will not be polite for Borussia Dortmund and for Haaland. So absolutely. So it's not my business. I have 2 months. These players that we have here deserve as much respect from his manager to talk about another player when we have 2 months ahead, the important ones, what we have done so far. So I will have a player and the manager speak of another players. I said, what the are you doing? So we are here to do what we have to do right now. So I never in 5 years speak another player for another when talking about a club. Never, ever.
But as far as you're concerned, City will not be breaking the Premier League record for a player this summer.
I was clear in my answers, Mike. Sorry. I was quite clear in my previous answers. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.